In our session on the topic of urban food systems, we discussed the importance of the link between research and policy, particularly to the policy aim of the Dutch government to build in elements of the circular economy. And second to that, we were also discussing what could be socially and economically viable and sustainable solutions within urban food systems. The circular economy criteria that we discussed are perceived by researchers as quite comprehensive and difficult to implement. They are also expensive and not typically not on the policy agenda of urban governors in African cities. We discussed African cities mostly. The importance of sustainability, social, environmental, economic sustainability is embraced by researchers a lot, I think, across all the projects that we discussed. But then to make policymakers locally aware of the importance of that is vitally important. So I think ideally that is also built in as part of the co-creation in the research project. Let me elaborate on that on the basis of a research project whereby we are working with existing women food entrepreneur groups in the cities of Ouagadougou and Kisumu in Kenya. And we are trying to take stock of their indigenous knowledge on food processing. These women groups, they do not have the affordable equipments, the spaces, the market opportunities to process the foods that they produce. A lot of food goes to waste, and also the food that they sell comes with a very small profit margin. So the challenge is to identify possibilities for them to obtain access to affordable equipment or credit to make those kind of investments, but also to make the urban policymakers aware of the knowledge that these women hold on indigenous food mixtures, what is accepted in the local food plate, and that there is value to that knowledge. The knowledge does not have to come from outside. The knowledge is already there, but it is not enough recognized. So we are taking stock of that knowledge, and we are interacting with urban policymakers, but also with the business community, that there is value to that knowledge. In co-creation workshops that we organize with all the stakeholders present, and also identify market niches that the women groups can serve to sell their food commodities against a higher price. I think as researchers we need to purposefully be on the lookout for this kind of indigenous knowledge that is nowhere documented, but that contains a lot of value, that is also very relevant from a sustainability perspective to think about more sustainable urban food systems.